Who would have known that the shy, book-loving woman and the badass motorcycle rider would be sitting here today after being married for 25 years? That is, after my mom made him get rid of the motorcycle. My mom could not be more different than my dad. She's one, very pretty and kind-hearted. While my dad is, well, he has a great personality, is what he likes to say. My mom had a passion for school and studied extremely hard, while my dad was the type to go with the flow. A nicer way of saying he never studied and didn't really care, but somehow managed to get his master's. Not to mention, my mom speaks English pretty much all of the time, while my dad will try to speak Spanish whenever is possible. I think it's partly to annoy my mom, but he won't ever admit it. Now, all I can say about that is, whenever they argued in front of me and my sister Monica, we could never understand it, so I guess there was a positive to it. This couple was never meant to be, but yet here we are, celebrating them. This celebration is for my two lovely parents, Anna and Jay Garola, whom I love so very much. Their marriage may have been looked down upon in the beginning, since my grandpa thought that my dad was not a good fit for his sweet daughter, but now everyone can happily agree it was meant to be. They may have been from different worlds completely when they first met, but now they are inseparable and continue to have a strong and loving marriage. Growing up, I was always told how lucky I was because my parents were still together. I never really understood that concept since divorce wasn't ever really a word in my household, and I never even understood that you could live in like two different houses with two different parents. Now that I'm old enough to realize what marriage is and like what divorce is, I realized how truly lucky I was being able to have my parents be together while growing up and still have them be together and watching their love continue to grow as I grow older. They are not the perfect couple. I don't believe such a thing exists, but they did try their very hardest to make things work, even though it got hard, with my dad going to college and my mom working so that my dad can go to college, and then once the roles got reversed, it was still hard. But they spoiled me and my sister as much as they could, even when only one parent was working. I still remember my parents would take us out every single Saturday to a restaurant, and we would sit down, have a lunch or a dinner, and make sure to just talk about everything that was going on with school or just like family stuff, because they always made time for me and my sister because they wanted us to have family time. And now, through all that hard time, look at how successful they are in life and with their love. My mom always told me that you can't stay mad at somebody who makes you laugh. She said she heard it on Jay Leno. But Jay Leno was right, because while my dad is my dad, he never fails to make my mom laugh, no matter how hard she tries to keep a straight face. And let me tell you, she does try to keep a straight face. And I think that's partly why they're still together, because my dad's a goofball, and he can always make her laugh. Audrey Hepburn once said, "The best thing to hold on to life is each other. Hold on to in life is each other." My parents may have taken that quote a little too seriously, since you always see them holding hands or hugging, but never kissing, not in front of the kids. But everyone here is happy to say you guys took that quote literally, though, because damn, who can't admire you guys' marriage? I especially am so glad you guys took that quote literally, because watching you guys hold hands and hug showed me like what love is really supposed to look like and what happiness in a marriage is like actually looks like. I watched your guys' love grow since I was born, and I feel like ever since I was a child it's grown more and more. My dream is to be as strong as you guys are and give my children just as much as you guys gave my sister and me, which I don't think is possible because you guys paid for our college completely with no loans and we can never repay you, but I hope our love is enough. I look up both to my mom and dad for not only their marriage, but for who they are as individuals. They aren't perfect individually, but together, when they come together and as a marriage, they do become perfect. This marriage would not have worked without them somehow being perfect for each other. They may have been completely different from each other in the very beginning, and a lot of people would not have agreed with them getting married, but to this day, we can all agree that we're all here celebrating for their 25th anniversary, and I'm so happy to be here giving this toast. I cannot wait until the day I get married and know that I had them as my best role models. I can only hope that my children will look up to me as much as I look up to you guys in your guys' marriage. Now, with that being said, cheers to Anna and Jay.